Ngā mihi o te wā in the headlines, the 16-year-old who raped a 5-year-old tourist in Tūrangi has been sentenced in the Rotorua District Court. Raurangi Marino received a 10-year sentence with no non-parole period set. Judge Philip Cooper started calculating the sentence at 18 years but removed 8 of them due to a number of factors such as Marino's dysfunctional upbringing, remorse and early guilty plea. 4 more schools have been identified as the employers of a convicted sex offender, taking the total up to 6. The 41-year-old man worked in schools as a teacher for around 12 years until he was found out. Prime Minister John Key says the services are now working with the schools which have been identified today.
Those parents have been directly contacted. There's been a letter that's gone home, and 0800 number's been set up to give support to those parents. The trauma counselling units are in from the ministry working with those schools.
Over 700 meat workers have been locked out of work over an employment contract dispute. Meat processing company AFCO says 5 of its 8 plants are closed indefinitely after months of fruitless negotiations. Director of Operations Rowan Ogg says the dispute comes down to union workers wanting changes in the company run by them. The government set the date for the delivery of its budget. Finance Minister Bill English says it'll happen on the 24th of May. Over 8,470 submissions have been received by the government on its green paper on vulnerable children. The submission period closed late yesterday. Social Development Minister Paula Bennett says the feedback has come from individuals and large groups.
Many around information sharing and how it happens from agency to agency, and also with our communities and community agencies. Changes to the Privacy Act, and some suggestions have been that they be for young people aged 16 and under.
In America, 2 wins today for Mitt Romney, who is looking more and more likely to be the Republicans' candidate to face Barack Obama in November. After an easy win in Arizona, Romney has pipped Rick Santorum in a much closer contest in Michigan. And the first reading of the Correction Amendment Bill passed through Parliament last night, 69 votes to 51. The bill makes it easier for prison guards to conduct strip searches, and private prison managers will have the same powers as state-run jails. Green MP David Clendon says it's difficult to see any redeeming features in the bill.
This bill takes away from inmates some very basic human rights, protections from abuse. It provides prison officers, perversely, with an incentive to step outside of good professional conduct.
And finally, rest assured you'll be paid today, despite it being February the 29th, leap year. Business New Zealand Employer Relations Manager Paul Mackey says the fact there's an extra day this year doesn't mean anything. Mr Mackey says wage workers are the only employees to benefit as they are paid hourly. That's it from the Rema Newsroom. Remember, you can catch our hourly headlines on Shine TV from 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. from Monday to Friday. Nohora mai.